Hello, everybody of YouTube, and welcome back to the Tabletop Temple, where we paint, we play, and we pray to the dice gods. I'm your friendly neighborhood guru, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing my review series, part 1 of 4 of the Mint Tin series. And the first one I'm going to be starting off with is Dice Clash. Before I get started, I do want to make a huge shout out to Galen Games for sending me a copy to review, and this is my unbiased opinion. I just want to make a note of that before I get started. So, without further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Now, if you want to watch my unboxing video of the Mint Tin series, I'm going to be linking it into the description below, but you're probably asking yourself, what exactly is Dice Clash anyway? Well, I'm here to tell you. Dice Clash is a pocket battler where you and an opponent go head to head. You each choose a warrior, roll your dice, and you try to outsmart each other's dice by placing them on battle grids, and to be the last opponent standing in 2 out of 3 rounds. So it's really not much more simpler than that. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is first impressions and hook of the game. And honestly, what pulled me in was the artwork on all of the warriors. If I butcher this name, I do apologize, but the artwork is done by Huasiang. If I'm saying that right, you can feel free to attack me into the comments. But the artwork on all of the warriors really truly make this game feel much more alive than it actually is, even though it's such a small pocket-sized game. I truly give kudos to Huasiang. Again, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I truly give that person beautiful kudos to making such amazing artwork for the cards and the warriors themselves. Now, I think this game is going to be for those people who want to go to game nights and want to burn through quite a few games, or really just play something for about 15 minutes to turn your brain off, but in between the sessions of much bigger games. It's quick to set up, and it only takes about 15 minutes of play. So when other people want to take a break, you could just take it out of your pocket and just be like, hey, you want to go head to head real quick? And then just put it away, and then you can get back to the much bigger game that you're playing on the table. Now, even though it may look it, trust me, there's not breath mints inside of this game. Inside, you'll find everything that you need. You'll find the cards, you'll find the dice, you'll find the warriors, you'll find the battle grids, and you'll find the sleeves to hide your dice from your opponent. The cards themselves feel very nice in your hand. They're made out of PVC, which, in my opinion, don't need to be sleeved, although some people do sleeve those cards, but that's them. That's not me. I like PVC cards. I truly think they add a unique premium feel quality to any game, really. So board game companies, I really wish you guys would jump on board with the PVC cards, because they last longer. A good example of this would be Too Many Bones. Too Many Bones has nothing but PVC cards in it and a bunch of dice. But I'm not talking about dice, I'm talking about cards. PVC cards always feel, like I said, they always feel just great in your hand. And to me, you never have to sleeve them. So that's really all I got to say about the components. The components themselves feel very nice. So now I'm going to be talking about gameplay and how it flows. Is it easy to learn, etc. For me, this is where the game falls just a little bit short. And I don't blame Galen Games personally about this, but let me explain. The rules took me a few times to read them. And the only thing I would have done a little bit differently on the rules is I would have tried to throw in a couple of examples of how a turn structure would actually look. That's not their fault because, or at least that being said, that's not their fault. And that's because it's a pocket-sized game. I think any pocket game truly suffers from the rule book because there's only so much you could fit in it. So it's truly not their fault. That being said, the moment clicked for me whenever I finally realized, oh, on my turn, I put a dice down, let the battle grid change it if it needs to change, because there are some blank spaces on there, and the opponent just has to defend against the dice that I put down. Once I realized that, gameplay was very easy to pick up, and it was very easy to learn, and I'm able to teach other people on how to play it. So I honestly think that that's the game's only fault, is just the rule book. And it's not the rules themselves, it's just I would have tried to add a couple of examples, like I said. But there is a video on YouTube on how to play this game, and I'm going to be linking it in the description below, so you yourself, when you get this game, if you get this game, you could learn the rules a lot easier. Playing it and learning it took about 35 minutes, but once I had the rules down pat, a game session literally only lasts about 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe 20 if you're really thinking about your turn every single turn. So now I'm going to be talking about what's good about the game, at least in my opinion. What really surprised me in this game was just how much strategy there is to it, even though it's just a simple rolling dice game. Because you only roll your dice once to start the round, but there's a lot of dice mitigation, which I truly think is the bread and butter of this game, and it's really the game's best design. So you roll your dice once, and you're placing them on the battle grid, but each section of the battle grid could change the dice, either by flipping it to its opposite side. It will change the dice to a 6, change the dice to a 1, in which case, you know, if you have to defend against your opponent's 6 dice, you can use a 1 to do so. There's a lot of luck involved to it with rolling the dice, but there's also a lot of dice mitigation on the battle grids themselves. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is the bread and butter of the game is the way that the battle grid gives you much more control over your dice, over such chaos that you and your opponent are going back and forth head to head with. That's all I'm saying. But that's the best quality about this game, is just there's luck, but there's also strategy. That's all. Now, on a quick side note, I know I mentioned that the game's fall earlier was the rule book, but to kind of add to that, who I think this game is not for is people who have zero patience with reading rule books or trying to learn the rule book itself or learn quick games like that. People just who have zero patience. That, and people who are looking at the tin and think, oh my god, there's breath mints in there. Now, I know I keep joking about how this looks like it's inside of a breath mints can, but honestly, from a component wise, adding on to that again earlier, I truly think that a case like this will protect your game, even though it's doing a lot of bouncing around inside of your pocket as you travel. Just when I first took a look at the pictures, I was like, oh my god, there's beautiful artwork on side of an Altoids can. And again, I'm just kidding. No, putting it in a can like this, it truly protects the game, and you don't have to worry about it breaking or lasting for such a small period of time. As long as you take care of it, it's truly tangible enough to probably make your game last forever. So here are my final thoughts. Do I recommend Dice Clash to you? The answer, yes, I do. It's one of those quick fire games that you could take on the road, whether you're playing in a hotel or playing it while you're at a restaurant waiting on your food. It mixes a lot of strategy and luck and still keeping it fresh and fun, really, no matter how many times you play it. So in my collection, this is 100% deserving of that quick little 15-minute dice battler spot that we will play and break out between the much bigger games that we're playing for the day, especially when we're trying to get in multiple games in one game night. So if you're going to be buying yourself at least one pocket-sized battler for your collection, then this truly deserves that spot, because it just offers so much fun and so much chaos inside of a small tin. So that's going to do it for today's video, everybody. And again, this is going to be part 1 of 4 of the Mint Tin series, which I am giving a huge shout out to Galen Games for sending me to review them. Again, this is my unbiased opinion on them, but I will do my best to review them and keep it honest as best I can. That being said, if you like unboxing videos, if you like review videos on board games, or if you like painting videos, please go check out my channel and don't forget to subscribe to it and push that notification bell for when I go live or when my new videos come out. And when I do go live, I really would like to talk to you guys about whether it be about board games, whether it be about painting, tips about painting, whatever you would like. I truly would like to speak to you guys. It would truly be awesome sessions just to do so. And don't forget, Friday, this coming Friday, if it arrives on time, I will be going live to unbox Awaken Realms' new game, Grim Coven. I want to do it live because I want people to be able to say, come in and say, hey, let me check out this component, please. I want to see how it came out, because I saw that come up a lot inside their Discord. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So if you like today's video, please hit the like button, drop a comment if you're going to be getting Dice Clash yourself, and again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Without further ado, I'm your friendly neighborhood guru, guys, and thank you for joining me on today's Tabletop Temple. Goodbye, everybody.